There. Coming at you today with my usual group of brothers and one extra who decided to show up today. So let's go ahead and go down the line real quick. Mr. Cleveland Jones, how you doing tonight?
What's going on? What's going on? I am
real quick. The referee just got fucked up on Sunday Night Football. They carting this nigga off the field.
Damn.
Oh, damn. Let's press F to pay respects, I guess.
They be in the way.
Oh, they didn't throw the ball at the ref's area.
That slice.
That's what happened to that ref right there.
Slice. Done.
Exactly
Got you.
the music on real quick.
Cleveland Jones, my bad. I
All
heard
right.
the introduction.
All right, so yeah. This whole weekend I was at a convention.
Another
18
one?
plus.
Oh, that's why you sound sick right now?
No, this is why I sound exhausted because I had basically had like no sleep because I've been partying for like 3 days straight.
This was an 18
That's
plus?
how you supposed to do it, baby.
18 plus, baby.
How do you go to an 18 plus convention? What convention was that?
It was a convention called DakuCon down here in Denver.
And what's it about?
It's an anime convention. It's mainly anime, but like most of the panels and stuff are talking about more adult themes like hentai, and there was a burlesque show.
Really?
They was teaching motherfuckers how to tie the chicks up with the bondage shit. Man,
Wow.
it was
That's where I need to go. That's where I need to go. Hello? As much Wisconsin as my ass is, let me learn from some professionals.
right.
Hey, yo, bro, hey, you need a roommate? I'm coming to fuck with you, bro. You live in Colorado. You got exactly what I need, and then you be going to them type of parties, man. I'm coming out there. I pay like I weigh, baby. Don't worry about it.
So, that was my whole entire weekend, man. The party we had last night was lit, nigga. We had like 50 motherfuckers in like a small ass apartment. I mean, like a hotel room. Passing bottles and bottles and bottles, and just people making out and just.
Oh yeah, you got you some tongue action.
I got me more some tongue action.
Oh hey, okay.
I got some some fucking tough action to acting.
Okay. That man said he had to get some athlete's foot medication. The way he was doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to John Madden.
Tough action connected.
How you guys doing this week?
Okay, next up we have Mr. As always, Mr. KCGO Clay. How you doing, good sir?
Same old, man. Just got done eating some wonderful dinner courtesy of my grandma. Love you. Fucking Neo just came out this week on PC, so I've been initiating a couple friends into the cult of Neo. Now that it's not exclusive anymore.
And I still can't game share because he been doing that.
No, I ain't been on all day. I ain't even played nothing. You could have been did.
You gotta let me know when you ain't on though.
Man, you could go look on your friends list on Steam and see a nigga ain't playing shit.
You know,
or
you're
click
right.
the game,
You're right.
Or click the game that you want to play that belongs to you.
I've been lazy. I got you.
All right, so don't blame it on me then.
I'm gonna blame it on him anyway.
Blame it on the rain.
I've been doing that. My Steelers won today, so I'm in a upbeat mood. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just happy to be here with the guys tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Your team squeezed with the 3-point win.
So what? A win is a win. Close wins build character, man. Let the team know that they could do it if they're put in that position again. Quit hating.
My dude, they only scored 9 points until the fourth quarter.
Word up. But in the fourth quarter, we scored to win the game.
Hey, me and Clay know.
And as Herm Edwards once said, you play to win the game. Hello?
Hashtag play to win.
That freaking rant.
And Jacoby Brissett been getting better every week. I don't think you could dispute that.
I mean, like, as me and Clay both know by now, it don't matter how big of a lead you got until the end of the game. Because we was playing some Mutant Football League. This man came back like a motherfucker fourth quarter.
Yeah, he was beating on me the whole game. And then that's another game I've been playing a lot this week. Mutant League Football. pick it up. It's worth it. It's fun as hell. I just hope that the devs patch in the ability to change the time and the game speed online.
And until then, it's Parsec Nation.
Parsec.tv. Get it.
That's just being real. Next up, we have Mr. Lionel Foster. How you doing today, good sir?
So far, so good, man. Just another day, bro. Just working, getting through, and looking forward to having 3 days off, back to back to back, soon in the middle of the week. Yes.
Well, when's your 3 days start? Tomorrow?
It will start when I get off work Tuesday night.
Nice. That's how you do it.
And then we
wait, hold on. I thought this guy's name was Mr. Sweet Dreams, dude.
Yeah, no, we decided to give it a break, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you fell asleep on stream last night, so you lost your privileges.
Whoop.
Don't wake up.
Did we transfer from Rhino to Evan now from Sweet Dreams? We need a new Parker. We need a new Parker Brothers
Sweet
team.
Dreams team.
# Team Sweet Dreams.
I couldn't. Oh, no. See, that ain't right, bro. Because if you have Mr. Sweet Dreams being Lionel, I gotta be Mr. Nightmare. Like, come on, though.
Mr. Night Night.
Mr. Night Night. Mr. Tussin.
The Nightman.
NyQuil. The Nightman.
No, you still the hat, man. You just got one of them. You just got one of them fucking caps that they used to wear in the old cartoons when they was.
Oh yeah, with the thing, with the little ball on the top of it.
Yeah, You got one of them joints.
And the crescent moons and the clouds on that shit.
Hell yeah, time to.
Oh my god.
Hashtag Super Mario 2 ending. Damn.
I love you guys. Y'all are funny as hell.
Okay. And next, God damn it. Oh man. Next up we have Mr. Jawan, aka Ultimate Biospark J. You know, the in and out person, the intermittent, always working, never available type person.
That ain't always true. Ain't always true.
How you doing tonight?
Doing all right. Doing better than most, I'll say. Anything.
I am. Okay.
Working. Had a car. Had to turn that back in within 12 hours.
Fuck.
Yeah, man. Car insurance is a bitch. That shit's hella expensive. I'm just saying. But I do plan on going back and getting that car at the end of the month. That shit was hot. So.
Nice.
Might be moving at the end of the month.
Really?
Ooh. Yeah.
Well, fuck. Kind of makes me glad I didn't have to go now. Fuck.
Not necessarily for a bad reason. Just sick of Atlanta.
Oh, where you going to?
Be a better opportunity.
True. Good point. You make an excellent point, Clay. Thinking about coming back to Florida.
Oh shit. Well, I got a room open.
Okay. I might take you up on that.
Yeah, I got a room open. You know,
The plot thickens.
yeah.
Everyone's got a room open.
Everybody's got a room open. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, shit.
So yeah, I'm weighing my options. I will definitely say that.
I mean, then again, I don't know. It depends on, you know, if you're able to land a job out here or not.
It's worth looking. I'll say that much. Plus, I got a nice cushion I can sit on, so I'm not worried about it too much.
Right.
Smart man.
But yeah, everything is good. Everything is right as rain.
All right. Mr. Hardy Huang, how are you doing tonight?
Pretty good this week. I upgraded my monitor from 19-inch to 23-inch, and it has an HD, finally with an HDMI and
Was
all
it that
that.
Asus?
No, it's an Acer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went from Asus. Well, actually, I went from Element 19-inch to a 23 monitor.
How much did it cost?
So it was a TV. Actually, not expensive. Only $80. I had a 70% discount.
Wow.
What's the response time and refresh rate on it?
Actually, I think it's about 1 to 2 seconds.
for the response
good.
time?
Yeah.
1 to 2
Definitely.
Seconds or MS?
1 to 2 ms. I guess. I don't.
Okay. But you don't know the refresh rate?
It's I think I started at the 60. I haven't done anything else with that. I just basically, yeah.
All right.
And of course, unfortunately, I didn't get to the diamond level because I didn't grind for the last 2 days.
Well, it's whatever.
Busy.
Season restart. You get another turn.
Yeah, feels kind of weird.
How you feel about the fucking runes, though, dog? Because I've been playing, too. I think they're ass. Like, I hate it.
It feels weird.
I got a lot of fucking shit to say about that bullshit.
It does feel weird. It does feel weird because there's no resistance in the early stage. Like, I played like 3 games, and even though I won all 3 of them, but it just feels weird because
like I realized too that like my Pantheon doesn't do the same amount of damage he used to.
Oh no, he still does damage, baby.
Oh my god, not as much as he used to.
Oh no, dog.
Not as much as he used to.
He does way more, especially in the early game now.
When? What you running? What rules you running?
Oh, you gotta. Okay, I'm gonna have to go into my.
I was running. Actually, I was running all APs for me. I only had
the worst thing about it though, now that we're on the topic of it, is the fact that they changed IP to Blue Essence, and you don't earn Blue Essence playing games anymore.
You do?
No, you don't. You
get
chests.
You're right. You got levels.
Yeah, the levels give you the fucking. Yeah. This shit is so trash.
It is
because now it's like you have to spend money. Like if you want to unlock anything new, you have to spend fucking money.
You know this was gonna happen, man. It was a matter of time.
Like I fucking hate it because like when it first happened, I was like, damn, they gave me fucking 10,000 essence for nothing. Like
I have 70K. So.
Bro, I'm a window. I've been playing since the fucking closed beta. I had at one point I had 500,000 IP stacked up, and I spent it all the way down 250,000. This Blue Essence thing comes out. I'm at 100,000 now. I'm like,
what? How you at 100,000? And you know what's the worst part about it is the fact that the essence conversion from IP is so fucking low, and they didn't change any of the values for anything. If anything, they upped it because now champion shards are 3,950 from 1,700 IP. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, and they haven't fucking fixed the orange essence values at all. Like they made them worse.
Yeah, they made them worse. Yeah, and you don't earn orange essence from anything. It's all blue.
The only time you get orange essence is if you get like a champion shard or a skin shard.
Skin shards.
Skin shard turned to orange essence, but those are super rare now.
Anybody?
Yeah, let me get them. Let's just slide them codes, dog. Slide them codes. Legit.
All right, here. It's not working.
Stop it, Hardy. You know what I meant.
Yeah, man, you know.
It's sliding in, but it's sliding back out.
Yeah. Okay,
it's malfunctioning.
So before we get on that fucking topic, real talk, my weekend was kind of fucking crazy. So I finished Fractured But Whole.
Yeah, you fell asleep. You fell asleep.
Yeah, I finished the new South Park game.
Okay.
And it was so good until like the last 4 hours.
Why?
Because anybody know who Mitch Connor is? Remember the episode where fucking he had the hand puppet?
Oh gosh.
That's Mitch Connor. Mitch Connor is the main villain of the game.
Oh yeah.
So if you hate Cartman, the shit gets even worse. Because Cartman is and not that's not even the worst part about it is. The worst part about it is your backstory as a hero, as a superhero. You're a superhero because you couldn't stop your dad.
Don't spoil it though, man, because
I'm not spoiling.
No, it's not much of a spoiler.
Just based on how much I watched you play it, it seems like if I was to play it, it would be a good experience.
Yeah, it was. It's a great experience. I'm not gonna lie, it's a great experience. It's just those last 4 hours were so story wise were just so fucking stupid to me. Because the whole premise of you being a hero is you couldn't stop your dad from fucking your mom. They even addressed it in the game. How stupid that is. Noctis is in T7.
You beat me to it, Cleveland, but yeah. But this...
Yes, he looks like he plays tight as fuck, dog.
Noctis
from Final Fantasy?
Noctis from Final Fantasy 15.
He looks so gangster. So when we get to the Tekken 7 topic, we'll talk about that when it happens. But back to your fractured butthole.
Okay. So yeah, you couldn't stop your dad from fucking your mom. So like...
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, the game's good. The combat system is good. The one thing that I opted not to do was fight Morgan Freeman.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman's like Emerald Weapon, basically.
Yeah, it's like basically like Emerald Weapon. Yeah, it's a side boss that's like the hardest boss in the game. And the way that you fight him is by like throwing firecrackers at him 3 times. And yeah. But like otherwise, the game was definitely really good. They have a homage to Static Shock, so I was rocking the Static Shock costume the whole time, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like definitely pick it up. Like there was a lot of times where I just laughed my ass off, and there was a lot of times where I'm just like, wait, what? But yeah, it was good. It was good. Definitely pick it up if you were on the fence about it. Definitely pick it up. The last fight though. Like the last fight where you have to fight I can't say who you fight, but like
just stop it. Just stop now.
That fight is bullshit.
Just stop now.
I had to redo that fight like 4 times. That fight is bullshit.
That knocked this announcement made my stomach hurt, B.
Well, I just want to know how he plays, so I'm gonna put this on the back burner real quick. Yeah. I want to know how he plays, because like I don't have any opinions on Noctis.
Nah, it's not my opinion on the character himself, but it's like
how disgustingly good he is, or something.
Nah, it's disgusting like that they go from Geese to
Noctis
to an RPG character. Like.
Well, I mean, think about it. You got somebody from Capcom. You got somebody from SNK. Why not?
That guest character slot could have been used in...
No, they're not going to do that because of the new Dissidia game.
Yep. Yep, Dissidia. That's the reason. Because he has a lot of the same movesets he's showing right now.
Was that the reason why they got the air dash in there now?
Dissidia NT?
It's not an actual air dash. It's a follow-up to a combo. You won't be able to air dash.
But like they had some sort of mechanic that was similar to an air dash that somebody found from data mining.
Eliza?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're talking about that leak? We're getting off topic. Let's get to that when we get to it.
Okay, so the first topic of discussion for today's podcast. EA buys Respawn for more than $4 million. New Titanfall game.
Oh God, why? Why? EA, stop. Every time something happens comes in my life.
I mean,
do you have a grudge with EA, Cleveland?
Yes,
it's a bad company.
They destroy everything.
Since I always play devil's advocate to the business side of gaming, I'll be the first to say that although EA generally cannibalizes these smaller fucking successful developers and tries to take their projects and put them under the EA banner, Titanfall seems like the type of game that would benefit from the input of somebody like EA. And at the same time,
is it because of Medal of Honor?
Big ups to those guys who turned Titanfall and the associated shit into $400 million. I mean,
yeah, definitely good on them. You know, that's a good payday. But like,
EA wants to throw their money around.
Good luck on your fucking franchise, though.
Right.
Yeah, but like, at this point, like, they fulfilled their goals as to why they got into the business to a certain degree. They took something that was so successful that an established, or they made something that was so successful that an established fucking company who got the money to spend gave them $400 million for their shit. Like, at that point, you can get out the game and start investing money in other shit. Like they accomplished their goal for the most part, but I don't know. I think that Titanfall is a game that that will benefit from having at least the power that EA has behind it. Because I feel like even though Titanfall was popular, it might have been a little under promoted.
The second one really wasn't. The second one was pushed out there a lot. The first one, true.
No, the first one fell on a bad release date.
That too.
And it was exclusive to
Xbox.
The less.
Yeah, it was a time exclusive for Xbox and PC. Well, it was Xbox and PC. Plus, it was stifled by the fact that it had no single player content whatsoever.
Yeah,
constantly had to play online. And they went and fucking changed the whole formula with Titanfall 2 and corrected all those faults. And made the game a whole lot more better, more responsive, more fun to fucking play. And the thing I'm worried about with EA is what they did with Battlefront and Battlefield.
Yeah, the
microtransactions. Yep,
dude.
Yeah, I think I neglected that part.
Yeah, I mean, I understand where you're coming from on the monetary side. Like, if I was a motherfucker, like the lead guy at Respawn Entertainment, is it Respawn or is it Respawn? Yeah, because I was about to say Sledgehammer, but no, because they were actually the people that developed this broke up off in Infinity Ward and created something different, and that's why we have Titanfall now. So it might be Respawn Games. I might be wrong on this, but
it's Respawn Games because they broke away from Activision because Activision was screwing over everybody in Infinity Ward.
For money. Activision paid them like a good $500 million after the lawsuit was completed.
That's all they did. So they used that to form Respawn. Mm-hmm. So now you get away from one bad company and now you go to another one. So that's what makes me worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because these guys, I mean, they're really good at what they do. The first game, the first release, Titanfall, but part 2, yes.
Titanfall 1 kind of had a little bit of a microtransaction thing anyway with their cards.
Right, but see the thing about the cards, they will you can either earn them in game.
Yeah.
You didn't. So
that's more than likely what's going to happen is that's going to return.
It's already returned in Titanfall 2 already.
See, I think the thing about microtransactions in a number of cases is you're paying for the time. Like, as the gaming audience expands and the audience gets older, people have less time to grind on certain games and they want to experience the whole thing. They don't have to fucking play a certain amount of hours to unlock shit. Sometimes you're just paying for time. You're paying to save time. Like, they let you know this can be earned in game. You know what I mean?
I get that. I totally get that. Like, but the only problems I have with microtransactions, what a lot of these companies are doing, these motherfuckers out here legitimately be like, yo, I see you ain't got much time. Let me pay $5 for this gun that you can pretty much do like 5 to 10 hours in game for. Or you can pay another $10 and hopefully get it out of a fucking crate. This one-time use gun that you can fucking wipe everybody on the field out with, like they do in Call of Duty.
My issue is that these microtransactions directly affect gameplay.
Yes, that's what I'm getting at. Exactly. That's the only problem I have with microtransactions. If it's cosmetic, it's cool. Dress up your little fancy man. Put a little dots and polka dots and wings on him. That's fine.
Give him a 70s vinyl suit real quick. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I'm cool with all that shit. But do not fuck up the core gameplay.
Make them neon green. Make them easier for me to hit. Like, go ahead.
But once like what they're doing with fucking Battlefront, with the battle packs and that shit, like this, like a version of Boba Fett that has like a fucking orbital strike with like fucking a laser gun, with his jetpack basically hovers across the whole battlefield for fucking forever. That's just broken off of the base, because the base version of it does not have all that at all. But the battle pack version, that's one-time use, that's a legendary. So you got to fucking play the slot machine to hopefully get them for one game. Like, if that was the case, if I wanted to put God mode on, I would just go get into the old Battlefront 2 and go into a hack server.
Yeah, seriously.
Here you go.
Stuff like this needs to calm down. But I can't be mad, like Clay said, though. $400 million is a nice chunk of change. Nice fat stack of change.
Hey, man, that's what you get. Like, even if you love something, if you go into it as a business, your goal is to make as much money. Like, man, when they said $400 million, I bet you they all pop boners. Like, dude, are you serious?
Yep.
Like, and then they put their game face back on there. Like, yo, let me go speak to my people. They went out in the hallway like, $400 million? Dude, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
You can make 6 Titanfalls for that.
Yeah, basically.
You know what I mean? Like, so...
Not even that, nigga.
Like,
We could start a whole new IP off that. Like,
Cause real rap, I ain't got no love lost for EA. To be honest with you, like
I do because of what they did with fucking Mass Effect. But whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, but that no love lost is a negative thing, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So whatever company they buy from, it has a negative impact on everyone else.
Yeah.
Which was one of my favorite game companies from KOTOR and Jade Empire.
Oh, yes.
Yo, definitely.
Man.
You know what I mean? They run, what was the company? Criterion. They run Criterion. By forcing them to stop making Burnout and put all them people to work on the Need for Speed games.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Because all of the new Need for Speed is basically a fucking Burnout with Need for Speed slapped on the stuff front of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, who else? I'm trying to think. Like, Electronic Arts got bodies. Let's just put it like that. EA got bodies, but
that's not right.
Like, if they're not, if they're taking the name and not cannibalizing the talent, these dudes are able to take that $400 million plus whatever they got from Activision or whatever you guys was talking about.
Oh,
like,
from yeah.
If they're able to take that and parlay it, then they can continue to make the quality shit. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how it is. Just like music, man. Like, when Drake was coming out, like, he was rocking on his mixtapes over J Dub beats and like on a whole different level. Then once he got into the game, then he started to kind of go in the same direction as a lot of other people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like the same thing. Whoever put their hands on something, maybe it's over for Titanfall as a property as far as having that quality stamp or whatever. But keep an eye on the people who just caked up on that $400 million and see what their next project is.
I mean, with the trends that these companies have been following, especially with the precedent that EA has set themselves, I'm just worried that the longevity of this game is gonna. Titanfall 3 comes out, it's basically cut and paste Titanfall 2 with some.
I mean, is anybody even playing Titanfall 2 right now?
Titanfall 2 is still pretty large. It's got a decent community behind it. The gameplay is good enough for people to actually enjoy it. It's a great game. Because
I feel like a lot of those people that were playing it at the start were just migrating over from Call of Duty because, you know, last couple Call of Duty releases were trash.
Bad. Yeah. Right. And that's true. That is true.
And also, Titanfall is a fun enough game for people who may not have had it. If they pick it up or if they play it, let's pick it up and get new users in as well. Mm-hmm. Still got new enough gameplay conventions. It's not really played out, but we live in an era of microwavable trends anyway. Like, so the longevity of any game is suspect for the most part. Like, you know what I mean? And it's all about keeping a quality product and letting the fans and the people who really put the time into it put their needs first, but create a quality product that could potentially bring in other people. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that's something I'll probably talk about more during the email question.
Okay. That all being said, anybody else have any closing comments on it?
That's a lot of money.
You're not wrong.
All right.
That's moolah, baby.
Video Game Voice Actors Union votes to approve new deal.
About goddamn time. Damn,
That's one thing we never show appreciation. I don't know. Do we not show appreciation to voice actors? I mean, they have a tough job.
For that's the main reason why they needed a Screen Actors Guild, quote unquote, because I've heard stories about voice actors having to fucking grunt and scream on hours on end, destroying
Damn, that was 11-month strike? God.
Yes.
Wow.
That's why the talent we had in these games and these shows have been horrible. Horrible.
Okay, so let's see. New deal includes a bonus structure that pays actors extra based on how many sessions they work. This starts at $75 for the first session and runs up to $2,100 after 10 sessions. The bonus payment must be delivered no later than the game's release date. Also in the deal are transparency provisions that says will help its members bargain better. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As part of this, game companies need to tell actors the code name for the project they are working on, what genre it is, and if it's for a reprisal role or something entirely new. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all need to inform the performers if they have to use if they will have to use profanity or racial slurs in their sessions. The performers must be told if a game will have sexual or violent content and if stunts are required.
Okay. This is a lot of mocap stuff.
Yeah, a lot of mocap stuff. Wow, they didn't tell them all this before?
See, the thing with voice actors, they're not treated in the same caliber regular actors are. They come up to, let's say, Mafia 3, right? A lot of the people doing voice act work in there were not okay with saying a lot of the whole racial slurs that were going on in that game.
Yeah.
Man,
they were not fine with it.
At the end of the day, like, as an actor, whether it's voice or live person acting, like, you're supposed to be able to get in the character. Like,
I get you on that, Clay. I get you on that. But regular actors actually get the script beforehand.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
And they get to read through it and accept it. Voice actors do not know what's going on until they get onto the set and then they're handed the fucking script or they get the email later on after they sign the contract.
Yeah,
wow.
I don't know, just because, like...
They signed NDAs, if I recall, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Just because Quentin Tarantino says dead nigger storage in Pulp Fiction doesn't make me necessarily believe that he's a racist or get mad when I see him in real life, like, as a person.
I get you on that, B, but the thing is, these people are going to sign up for something. They need to know the whole entire details. When you go and buy a car from somebody and you don't know what the car looks like.
Give me the Carfax, bro.
How come?
Show me the Carfax.
Another thing, how come only 10% of these people voted?
Yeah, that's a little sus.
That's the worst thing about that, though, because it probably had like a lot of stuff going on the sidelines where they couldn't get the whole
like,
guild together.
That might, but they sent out the voting cards to 7,200 members. Mm-hmm. Only 10% actually voted, so that's 720 people out of 7,200. So
right.
I
mean, there's a lot of speculation there.
No, but that means that these concerns that are being raised might only be 10% or even less than 10% of the people who actually work in that capacity.
Think about it. Think about it like this. Like, you know how when it comes to like governmental elections and or votes and shit like that, they don't count it unless the vote is over half the population, no matter where it swings. It's kind of the same way. Like, it kind of seems like it should have been the same way, but at the same time, I'm happy that it went through, even though only 10% of people voted.
I think what was going on, like these 7,200 people, they sat down and they talked, and it was more or less just this 100 representatives. Like, these people were like, yeah, we know y'all out here grinding, because most of these motherfuckers that are doing voice acting, they work regular 9 to 5 jobs.
They need their money, yeah.
They ain't got time to sit on the sidelines and fill out this card or go online and do a form, dude. They're working hard.
I don't know about that, because like
only the really big ones can do that.
They fill out them checks for rent and shit. They could go drop that shit back in the mailbox too at some point if they really care about the card.
Yeah, but if they felt like this might hurt their chances on future gigs,
that too,
they might not want to do
That
it.
could probably be.
then at the end of the day, like, you a scab. Like, either you're a part of the union or you're not a part of the union. Like, if we're all in a union, if fucking 4 of y'all say strike, and I don't necessarily agree with y'all, if I'm in the union, I'm with y'all.
I get that, people. So there's some people out there that need to keep making sure they have a roof over their heads. Like, some motherfuckers out here who strike don't have a luxury of just up and going, B. I totally understand the pressure.
I'm not saying that because it's like you said, they work regular 9 to 5 jobs, but you're a part of a union, and if you got grievances, don't you want your grievances to be heard? Like,
that's what I was saying about some of these people.
I mean, my granddaddy was the head of a union, so like, yeah, I already know all about all that shit. Like,
it ain't like this is like some like actual governmental thing where your vote doesn't count. Like, this is an application where only 10% of the people voted, and there was a difference that was made. So it was like, your vote actually counts in this context here. Like, it's kind of weird that they sent out 7,200 dips and only 10% of the people voted.
It's funny too, because 10% of those people, 10% of that 10% voted no on the deal.
I mean, it's a possibility that some of these voice actors could be freelancing, so some of them might not.
But if they're freelancing, then why would they get the card anyway?
They're not part of the union.
Yeah, they ain't part of the union at all. They wouldn't get that.
The whole thing is that there's a union behind this, but only 10% of the people voted. That's weird to me.
Was that Ridge Racer?
Yes, Ridge Racer. But it just sounds either shady on the fact that like maybe these cards got sent out to the wrong address or it didn't get delivered at all.
No, but who's to say that out of that other 90%, that the other people wasn't given the scripts and fucking given certain advantages that the 10% of people were saying that they were shafted on. You know what I'm saying?
No, because this is something that everyone in this union has already talked about prior, and they brought these things up. And what I'm trying to get to is
so they talked about it, but they didn't vote though.
They probably let that 10% represent them and took that gamble. It was a dumb decision, yes. They should have been out there. If they really did care, they should have put their fucking pins where their mouth was.
No, but what I'm saying is, if the 10% was meant to be the representatives, how come they sent out 7,200 cards?
Right. We don't know the whole story though. We don't know what the hell happened behind the scenes. I totally agree. Like, if they truly cared, if they actually had a chance to, we don't know. We don't know the context of what the hell these people are doing. I 300% agree with you on the fact that it's only like 170.
Yeah, but then voice actors can, demand their own pricing. Like, you know that, right?
Yeah, they can definitely do that through their
only
agency.
If they that high profile.
That's most likely, yes. Because if they're a Joe Schmo that goes up and does the fucking wire,
they tell you you getting paid.
Exactly.
That's what one of the whole things about the deal was, about you getting paid only like $75 for a whole work session, and then you got more sessions on top of that.
But all they're gonna do is only pay you $75. So these people want an increasing rate, especially if they're just regular Joe Schmoes. Like they might get that 75 times 4.
Like, I can understand if this is like you working on like a FPS, right? And you just being like a background motherfucker that like maybe only has like 3 lines.
Right.
But when it comes to like, these big
something like Oblivion, or fucking Mass Effect, where you got a long ass
one
script.
dialogue tree. Like if you just like an NPC that has like one dialogue tree, that's like maybe like 10 lines and you're done.
$75 in the bank.
My standpoint just was
you can mail that shit in, I
agree.
Just to be clear though, like, if only 10% of the people voted, were the other 90%? Did the other 90% have the same grievances as the 10%? Like, you know what I mean?
If they're part of the union, then they should.
Not necessarily, because if we're in a union and people decide to strike, then like either you strike or you cross picket line and you out of the union. So it's not really a choice. If you chose to be a part of the union and you ratting with that, it doesn't matter whether you had the same experiences as somebody else.
I feel, but the funny part about it is that, like, I completely forgot they were on strike because games there's been shit ton of games have been being released right now.
Right, and there's still a lot of profile actors that are still out there performing.
Exactly.
Because this is like these things that they brung up for this card. They've been talking about this for a year. They got offers that they finally fucking accepted. These offers came way before this strike happened. And they were like, "No, we're going on strike." But then you take it to shit like 11 months down the line because you know you ain't getting no more work. Your job at Walmart ain't give you 40 hours no more. I mean,
I don't know.
But
there's some shit going on behind it.
Anything that increases the fairness in any job market is okay with me.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, it's like one of those things where when you hear people tell these horror stories about these things, and then only 10% of the people who are a part of the union are represented, that casts a bad light on people, and it's not even that sizable number of a group that's speaking out against it and not using their position in the union to vote to bolster the numbers to kind of give the impression that more people are having those experiences.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it could be just a few people who had some bad experiences, some asshole bosses when they wanted to do some voice acting work, and then they made this strike that made other people suffer. But since they were a part of the union, they had to ride with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The voting numbers, I feel like if more people were actually behind the cause, you would have seen higher than 10% out of 700 cards sent out. It's just weird to me.
It's weird. It's weird. I definitely will say that it's weird.
Maybe it's not even that weird. Maybe like these the 7,200 motherfuckers that got these cards sent in, maybe they were like, no, bro, this what we already talked about this in the past, and we're still signing on this. Like I sat on the sidelines for how long now? And fuck you, I ain't signing shit.
Yeah,
because they don't
like even the people that go on strike don't want the strike lasting 11 months.
11 months.
Exactly.
Right.
So it could have been a powerful group within the union, little crusade.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It could have been something for somebody else to have power.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a union wide cause, I'm just saying 10% out of 7,200. That's a small group. That's people that's enough people for them to be aware of the goings on within their group and not let too much get away from them and be a part of those causes.
Yeah.
Why not more than 10%? Like even if they said 35%,
that'd have been fine. Yeah, that's a big number.
That's almost half of the people. So that means that more people are invested in this and felt the need to vote on it. You know what I'm saying? Like
not just 10%.
10% just seems weird to me. If people are going through this, then they're going to find the time to say, yeah, fuck that, man. Yeah, these niggas did have me shredding my vocal cords screaming for some RPG character for 16 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people like, yeah, fuck that. I was treated unfairly. I'm going to check this box. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So I don't know. 10% seems weird. It seemed like somebody was on a power trip because they had some bad experiences.
I mean, even though those experiences are valid, though, but like you're saying,
it helps out more people get more advantages. Then I'm cool with it.
Right.
I just wonder why I just wonder why 10%.
Why the number is so low, though? Right.
Well, but regardless, they got a 3-year deal, so until is it November or 2020?
November 8th to November 7th, 2020.
Yeah, so they got almost a 3-year deal.
Yeah,
because a lot of the stuff they were trying to get pushed through was like getting a percentage of the profits from the video games that was sold, and the publishers were like, no, y'all ain't getting shit. Y'all come up here, y'all do your work, y'all go away. We pay you. That's how this is. But
essentially, it's like owning the rights to your voice.
Let's just put it like this. Let's just put it like this.
Too much, and that seems like a reach for me.
That's a huge reach. Yeah,
that's
you don't own my voice. Hello.
let's put it like this. They
No, I'm saying it's a reach for them to try to ask for ownership over a game.
Right.
Okay.
The voice acting.
No, because I'm pretty sure the people that make the OSTs get a cut.
They do.
Yeah, but that's because music is so much more constructed by the people who make it. Like,
so the acting isn't.
If the voice actors were writing the script and
that's
setting
two different jobs, though.
Still though, you're still putting time into this stuff, dog. You should be compensated some kind of way.
But at the same time,
even if it's just 1%,
you're not necessarily deciding what you're saying. You're not deciding.
No, but you're deciding how it sounds and how it comes off.
No, you're not deciding how it sounds. They're deciding how it sounds. They're trying to get people that fit a certain profile that can accomplish a certain sound. If you can't do that, then they'll get somebody else to do it. You know what I'm saying? You might have a certain type of voice that they covet, but if you can't act the role in the way that they want you to do it, you're out of here. When it comes to somebody like Uematsu or Yuzo Koshiro, they're the ones who are writing the music and then composing the music, then laying the music out and putting it into the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's much more of a
that's way more work
process. You know what I mean? If anybody deserves a piece of the ownership.
It's funny too because like we all know a certain somebody that has worked on video game OSTs that we can talk to about this. That'd be Maxi.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like if anybody deserves a piece of the ownership of the game, it's more of the people who are programming and coding and doing the nuts and bolts work. Like voice actors, they deserve to get paid more for what they do if they're not being paid that much.
But not a kickback percentage from the game.
But as far as getting residuals from that shit, unless that shit is especially critically praised and put in the Library of Congress for fucking advancement of culture for voice acting, like, come off that, man. Come on.
That's a pretty high bar, dog.
Nah, because think about it. Like, they're not giving every person that's in a movie a piece of the residuals. Like, but if you're the star...
Oh, no. That is wrong.
No.
The actors in the movies do get percentages, though.
No, but let me finish, though. Let me finish what I said. But if you're the leading star that they're trying to fucking actually put in the movie and you're the person that's selling the movie, then you can negotiate in your contract instead of getting an upfront salary or getting as much of an upfront salary, you can get a percentage of the gate for the movie and the residuals for the movie. But you have to have
that power.
You have to have you have to have that profile in that pool. So just having the union come and barge in and say we want a percentage of the games that we're in, that's a reach because
that's a huge reach.
You're not as involved in the whole process.
You're
here to play a role.
Yeah,
because you're not. These most of these motherfuckers are not like Nathan Fillions or what's the guy's voice that does McCree? Like, listen, every fucking goddamn game now. Whatever, but like those guys, they can actually get the pull. They can be like, okay, I want yada yada yada, and I want this and that. But the regular Joe Schmo that just goes up and goes,
they can choose what. Yeah, they can choose what jobs they want to work. Yeah,
exactly. They have that name because they're like big actors. They have that name stake, and they have a range or a sound that these developers and these studios want to use in these games. So I see exactly. That's a very valid point.
It doesn't matter how big the field that you're in is. If you are at the top of that field, then you can command a certain amount of power in that field.
True.
It don't matter. Like lacrosse, don't nobody give a fuck about lacrosse. But if you move in the lacrosse world and you the best lacrosse player ever, you fucking going to get benefits in that world. You know what I mean? Period.
That's true.
Regular people might not give a shit because they don't know nothing about lacrosse, but if you move in that world, you're going to get advantages.
Yeah.
Yep.
Johnny Young Bosch probably be out there like making demands. Like, I want nothing but green M&Ms in my bowl. Like,
even though the nigga don't deserve it, though. God.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, he keep getting jobs.
You ain't wrong.
Like, so he commands a certain power in his field, even though he's trash.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, John.
So the Xbox One X just released, but you can already get one free game by buying it.
How?
Let's see. You can get Ghost Recon Wildlands.
I would rather a fucking trash can so I can just throw that piece of shit into it than the game itself. That game is garbage.
Marking the debut of the most powerful gaming console to date. Most powerful gaming console to date. Yeah.
I mean, it is, though.
You're not wrong. There's a gaming console, not a gaming PC.
Over on eBay, where we often see launch date discounts and promotions, you can pick up an Xbox One X with a free copy of Wildlands right now for $500. Over on eBay, though.
Yeah, which I understand. Like when these new systems happen to drop, there's shit bundles that you can get on eBay.
Why
are companies infiltrating eBay now?
Because it's another piece of the fucking market, man.
Because eBay has a reliable.
I mean, they are. So does Amazon, and they're on Amazon too.
Yeah, and Amazon does do the same thing like with these bundles, but the thing is, like, let's say homeboy, what is his name, Antoine, and you can put the 500 bones down pre-order, free shipping, anywhere in the U.S., Canada, UK, and other countries, like, plus you're getting a free game, and the system itself is 500.
Yeah.
The only thing you'd be paying extra is, like, the $50 for tax, 10%? Maybe depending on where it's at and where you're buying it. That's 10%. But yeah, though.
Okay.
I can't be upset with that.
Okay.
Good job.
The one thing I will say in favor of the Xbox One X is the fact that
it's an entertainment system, isn't it? So yeah.
It runs 4K better than PS4 Pro from early reports.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it does.
True.
And for anybody with a 4K display that wants to fucking play games and don't want to pay for what a 4K capable PC would cost you, go right on ahead, play ball.
Yeah.
Because PlayStation Pro costs the same, right? And they cheating you anyway, man. That's that checking bullshit.
Just wait for Black fucking Friday, baby. Deals are boned.
That's what I ain't going to be able to get shit on Black Friday anyway. I ain't going to be able to get shit on Black Friday anyway, so it don't matter to me. There's going to be another Black Friday I'm missing, dog. Like, at most, I might be able to buy a new mouse. We'll see.
You can buy a new mouse you can buy a mouse and keyboard for $10 right now.
No. Gaming mouse.
It's a gaming mouse.
Yeah.
But it's trash, though. So, I mean, that's why they brought it on for $10, because, you know, it's made out of Chinese ports.
Yeah.
But, like...
Didn't I leave the links
don't get me wrong. I saw that new Razer phone, and that shit looks sick, and I want it. Oh my god! But their peripherals, especially their mice, suck.
No, son. Get you HP. The Omens line is real good.
Look, unless you got at least 6 side buttons, I don't want your mouse, bro.
That's what's up.
That's just being real. Like I like my side buttons.
You want 6 sides, right?
At least 6. At least this one has 12. I want at least 6. At least.
Dang.
Because I play MMOs too, dog. These side buttons come in handy when you want to play a game. They come in handy, dog. I need them hoes. Not just the forward and back on the browser history. Give me them fucking MMO side buttons.
You're right.
All right. That's why I don't get any of the Logitech mouse.
So what do you guys personally think of the Xbox One's place in the gaming market?
I still think that they're failing.
I don't think that they're failing. I think it's like just with the same. PS4 is the king, the undisputed.
Yeah, they're the king of this generation, straight up.
Definitely of this generation, just straight up. The Xbox is more middling of the water. They're basically like floating the tip of their nose over the water right now.
Nah, think about it like this. They've been like
that for a while.
Xbox is on a raft. Meanwhile, PS4 is on a fucking yacht. We'll just say that.
Yes. Real talk. That's exactly what's going on. And that raft could fall apart at any minute because they went and decided, like, instead of the boat that I originally had this raft on, let's build this boat with features that actually help the boat. No, we're gonna put the cameras that spy on you on this boat when you go take a shit. Cameras that and these cameras are fucking forced upon you by default. You have no choice in the matter.
But you know what, man? I think sometimes we underestimate how many people are happy with their Xbox Ones, though.
Oh yeah, if I had one, I was extremely happy with it, but times got tough and I had to sell it off. But then again, I got a gaming PC, which I can do pretty much everything that Windows 10 lets me do on the Xbox already.
Plus, it's Microsoft. They're both.
But you know what though? As much as I'm a proponent of PCs, and I think everyone should just have one, because they serve so many purposes and they're so wonderful and they're gifts from our technology lords. They ain't for everybody. Everybody does not have the wherewithal to deal with problems that we consider to be routine.
Yeah,
when gaming
that's
on
true.
PC.
But it's funny though because you solve that one problem one time and you solve it forever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and you have that knowledge to solve it when it happens to come back up again.
Exactly.
I guess you're on that. But consoles are always going to be the user-friendly entry into the market.
There are also some people, anytime they see a window that pop up with a red X on it, they think
they go and click it. Oh, they go and click it. They say, click here for download big titty dicks in your face. And then, big titty dicks. Click.
Big titty dicks, though. What the fuck?
Big titty dicks, bro.
Big titty dicks.
And this man came back from the con with some knowledge of Futanaris now, bro.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, for real.
No, for real though. I know somebody like that. I fixed his computer multiple times because he does not know what a fake ad is.
But you know, like I always preach to you guys, and I know that you guys are getting tired of me hearing it, or getting tired of me saying this. We are the minority. Hardcore gamers are the minority. Most people want to fucking sit down, press the button on their controller, turn their shit on, and play.
I mean, shit, Steambox allows you to do that now.
Yeah,
that they do. It doesn't have the naming reach that fucking Xbox and PS4 does. Like, you go ask a random person out there, do you know what a Steambox is? It runs Linux. You can play from big screen at your couch. And
Dude, you ask majority of people, they wouldn't even know what the heck an Steambox is.
Oh yeah, let's just repeat what I said again. But that's exactly what the whole is. Like the regular person out there, we like he says, we are the minority. We know all this shit. Like Joe Schmo getting off from a fucking 12-hour day of work, just wants to fucking shoot some zombies in Call of Duty. He's either gonna pick up an Xbox or a PS4. And if he's old, he'll say, fuck zombies, I'm going to go jump off a fucking building in Hyrule and fly down and stab shit as Link. Oh, jump on turtle shells as Mario because he's an old guy. They want something easy. And that's why these consoles still have a ginormous stake in the market right now, even though Xbox is barely above the water with their fiasco of the Xbox One, which they fucked up delivering on horribly.
By the way, the name is still awful.
Xbox One, Xbox X?
Yeah, because it made me stop calling the original Xbox One.
Right.
Because they came out as Xbox One.
Because they were trying to force it as a fucking all-in-one media system for all your needs. Like,
I mean, and it performs admirably in that capacity.
And so does the PS4. So does the PS3.
No.
I mean, you don't have the live TV streaming.
PS4's interface is better. I will say that.
It doesn't have the Xbox One. I mean, the old Xbox and the PS4. They don't have live video streaming from your cable box into the system. But
no, but not just that. Not just that. Xbox One's in-home network speed is faster. They handle media servers better.
True.
I mean, so did the original 360 compared to the PS3.
Yeah, but PS3 is a system that did not fully live up to its potential.
Yeah, that's why because like, we could mod the fuck out of it.
Yeah, the infrastructure for the PS3 was just a developer's nightmare.
It was terrible.
Stupid. But I mean, for what it was good for what it was. But everybody went to Xbox 360 because it was easy.
A company with a weaker name puts out that system, they fail. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely.
True.
If Sony didn't have big dick money, the PS3 would have fucking failed for real. Like, let's keep it real.
You ain't wrong.
They turned it around with the PS4. The PS4 is wonderful, but the PS3 was a system that was overbloated with technology that they didn't properly use. Started off with features at the beginning that people were anticipating, and then took them away inexplicably. Like they sold the things at a loss for like 4 years before they actually
released this. Yeah, because they had to take out the backwards compatibility to start making money, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, but the Xbox 360 did what it did, but I feel like the Xbox One, since Microsoft has the money, just like with PS3, Microsoft has the money to keep it afloat through the generation and decide whether or not they're going to come back with something next time. I think that consoles are probably going to become increasingly modular, like PCs in the next generation of consoles. Because you said, consoles are going to maintain their place in the market because of their ease of accessibility.
Right.
And you know what's so funny? Like the Sega Genesis systems itself, like you're saying the modular, just swap out parts, whatever. Sega Genesis was like that, but it was way ahead of its fucking time.
Sega was way ahead of their time in so many different ways. Like I was talking about this with Hatman earlier about Sega Channel. This is before people had the internet. Yeah. You had some shit floating games.
Definitely.
Definitely. Yeah, so that's what the next step. I can definitely see that happening with the new. Well, this basically what's going on with the Xbox One S right now. But the next let's say PS5 and Xbox 720S plus 2. What the fuck they want to do? The Xbox Pi.
That's what we're calling it. The
Xbox Pi.
Wow. The Xbox Pi.
You go buy the base system, and then every year they'll have that upgrade that you can buy. And it'll enhance the core system, but the games that come out will take advantage of that functionality, but they will still play. That's the next step gaming is going to go because it'll be cheaper to do.
Or start making consoleized PCs, and you can choose what graphics cards you want to have packaged with your system, and then upgrade later on.
Nah, I think it's going to be. I mean, that's what the Steam box is, baby, and like most motherfuckers who ain't us. If they ain't got,
but if it was called the Sony Steam box or the Microsoft Steam box, that would make the whole difference, though.
True, because those big names draw in people.
It's because we're computer people in general. We respect the Valve
PC guys.
We respect the Valve name. We respect the Steam name. We know what it is. We know the type of respect that it should command within the gaming industry. Whereas people who are on consoles don't know that name like that. It's like if we went to fucking Britain and watched the cricket game, and this nigga was the greatest cricket player of all time.
We would not understand what the fuck was going on. Yeah,
we don't know who the fuck he is because we don't know what the fuck cricket is for real.
Yeah,
we know that Casey Jones beat niggas to death with a cricket bat, and that's about all.
Real talk. Any closing thoughts here?
Microsoft, just name it Xbox Scorpio. Seriously.
Yeah, Scorpio should have been the name.
That was so much better.
If you got a 4K display at $500,
only thing I can tell the Xbox.
Heck, you name it Xbox One Sub-Zero. I wouldn't mind either.
Only thing I can say to Xbox, man, is y'all need to step y'all exclusive game up, because that's where PS4 is really killing you.
That's real business.
Okay, so apparently I didn't even know that this was a fucking thing, but hey, new ToeJam and Earl game got delayed and an overly cinematic trailer got released.
Yeah, I didn't know because I used to love the first ToeJam and Earl game where it was like you could fall off the level and go back. Yeah. I still can't even tell you what genre of game that is. I
can't either. I fucking can't either.
You know, I've played it for years and still can't tell you.
Like I always lamented the fact that ToeJam and Earl didn't fucking continue to grow as mascots for the Sega brand.
They're too weird.
But
Granted, it was still a fun game. Granted, it was still fun.
It was such a good game at the time, and like, to be honest, like, I remember ToeJam and Earl commercials, and they were just so fucking cool, dude. Like,
yes.
They were really cool characters, and they were such a product of their time, maybe, but like, they were such cool characters. Like, as a young black kid, like, to see like a big company like Sega make characters that tried to speak to our demographic and, like, you know, cool with the chains and the hats, and they were obviously black.
Okay, so you got 2 new characters you can play as, it seems like.
Oh, way more than you gonna see when it pops up.
Wait, hold on. I just saw it. Yeah, way more than that.
I wonder.
Way more.
I wonder if this is anything like the Dreamcast
9
game that
characters
got canceled.
Oh yeah, the Dreamcast game. That's right.
You remember that guy, like, who bought that Dreamcast dev kit and found the ToeJam and Earl prototype on it and shit?
Yeah.
I wonder if this is in any way related to that shit. It says, yeah, this is overly cinematic trailer.
It's by Adult Swim too. Huh.
Okay, this looks like
This is legit though.
This looks like the joint in the jam. Turn it up and play it again. Like,
right.
This looks like it's in line with the original Sega one, because the second one they tried to make it a platformer, and it still has some of the style, but it didn't have the gameplay. I was looking forward to, like, procedurally generated levels and shit.
Hopefully they do something like that.
Even though I didn't know that's what it was called back then, I just remember it turning the game on and never playing the same shit twice.
That's real. I could definitely remember that shit, because that used to be so fun. Like, every game was fucking different. It blew your mind, because, like, you go to play it again, like, I can go this way and get this part. What?
And then you make a wrong turn and fall off and end up on the level underneath you.
Right. So, but
find this damn elevator again.
Cool. So I got a question though. So, Adult Swim games.
Yeah.
Do you think we might have a tie-in through like an animated show or something
like
coming up?
Aqua Teen? I can kind of see Aqua Teen.
They look like they could be. They could. They could.
I don't know, because I feel like they would try to go that new age Ren and Stimpy route and then end up trying to make it too edgy and adult and fuck it up.
Oh, yeah.
Nah,
they would make it like, what the fuck was that damn show? That one comedy show that came out. Oh, the fucking something Heights. That comedy show that...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on. Let me find it real talk.
Was that on Adult Swim?
No, it was on Comedy Central.
Yeah, how come
Legends of Chamberlain Heights.
Oh god,
that trash ass show. Like, no,
that was a waste of actors, talent, and time and money. That was just bad.
Just really bad. Yeah.
Man. But hopefully, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. Or they could do have you seen the cartoon created by Tyler, the Creator? Because that's pretty dope.
You talking about the fucking claymation one, or
no, the one where the main character was a white guy and then he swapped into a black guy and he's going through all this bullshit, but it's still funny as fuck. I can't remember the name of it, but
oh, let me see. The Jellies.
I think that might be it. Pull up a picture for me.
The Jellies. Yeah, it's called The Jellies. I just looked it up on Google.
Yeah, but I think they would try to go too overboard and make it edgy and adult if they made it a cartoon.
Nah, I'm hoping they don't. Man, even though it has that underlying layer of like raunchy nastiness to it.
No, but it was more.
It's more like cartoon humor, like, right?
More cartoon grossness.
It was kind of like a Cow and Chicken. In a way.
Yeah,
ToeJam and Earl are gay lovers and fucking, you know what I mean? Like if it was on Adult Swim, they would try to take it to that level for no reason.
Nah, because like if you watch the trailer, like they each got their own girl. They fly into a fucking black hole. They try to get their spaceship parts back. I mean, it's got the original gameplay with like some updated graphics.
This shit was kickstarted in 2015, dog.
Yeah. And it's finally button really 3 years ago. Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of Kickstarter donations.
But yeah, that's dope. I want to see the game. I want to see the game come back. I'll buy it.
So yeah, 2018.
I'm definitely will.
2018.
I'm dropping. Yeah. When it drops, I'm getting it because I've always been a big ToeJam.
I've never really played a ToeJam and Earl. Like last time I played ToeJam and Earl, it was on Gen's emulator with one of my friends over really shitty Wi-Fi. But I didn't understand what the fuck we were doing or what the hell the game was even about. And then hearing that y'all can't even tell me what it was about, really, that's kind of.
Well, I can give you a quick TL didn't pee. Too long didn't play. You didn't have a chance to touch the controller. Basically, ToeJam and Earl are just like space homies. They
It's a puzzle game. It's kind of like a puzzle solver, sort of.
They're going through space and they're having a good time, just chilling, and then they get hit by an asteroid. They crash land on a planet that's fucking opens up a warp gate, sucks in humans that they have to rescue, and they also got to rebuild their shit.
Doing the whole time trying to rescue humans.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even get that. I didn't.
And find gifts to give to the humans.
Yes.
With you.
There you go.
Then basically the game is procedurally generated. So, like, the shit is never the same.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta, like, go over these big-ass fucking, like, overworlds and find humans and then progress to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, like, I can't explain to you how fun it is, but if you play it, then just play it again with an open mind.
Nah, I was having fun, like, but I just didn't understand, like, what the fuck.
You just gotta find humans, man.
Yeah.
And then,
well, there we go.
And then hop back in your ship to get to the planet Funkatron, my dude.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So ToeJam and Earl. Okay.
If you want to have an idea of it, think of Lemmings in space. If you want to think of it that way.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Much.
Okay. So I don't know why we even care about this anymore, but Pokemon Go has raids that have bosses.
Skip
it.
No, man. What about Geese?
I was getting to that. I was getting to that. Okay. So yeah. Okay.
I was in a rush.
Look at Clay. He ready. All up in the street.
I'm just Pokemon Go. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, whatever. Who gives a fuck? Okay, this was actually pretty hype. New Injustice 2 DLC characters, TMNT. So we have Enchantress, TMNT, and some other nigga who I can't remember who it is.
Tom.
Adam. There we go.
Adam.
So yeah.
I have one thing to say to that.
What's that?
You cannot escape from death.
God damn it,
turtles. The turtles cannot possibly be a better guest character than Geese Howard.
I'm not saying
you're
that.
not wrong.
Anyone saying that?
We'll get there.
Dude, we're gonna get to that, man. Dude, you're like
have been so hyped over the turtles and Injustice, but it's like, I mean, can we get like some more DC characters that people want to see in the game too?
Well, here's this. Well, there's that, and then the last time we've even seen turtles in a fighting game was fucking Tournament Fighters.
Yeah.
So you can say Tournament Fighters.
Which 202 Furious had just came on this week, and they were playing TMNT Tournament Fighters. So,
yeah.
Plus there's it's funny though because the turtles are pretty bad that game compared to like Wingnut and fucking
everybody else.
Armageddon, whatever.
Which I can understand why they did the crossover. It's a homage to the crossover of Turtles and Batman. So,
exactly.
Yeah. And plus, you also have to remember that the Turtles were comic book characters before they were ever cartoon stars and shit.
Yeah,
so.
but then,
of course, where the shit was dark as fuck.
The Turtles comics were dark as hell. I remember my mom bought me some Turtles comics when I was young, and she was like looking through them, and they was nothing like the TV. It was like niggas
nothing.
It was dark as fuck.
Like I said, Casey Jones beat niggas to death with a cricket bat.
Cricket bat.
To death.
I remember. I remember you guys may have seen it, Turtles Forever. They actually incorporated from the old Mirage Comics Turtles. They actually brought them in.
They got everybody in there. They got everybody from the Turtles.
fucking 90s Turtles. The fucking updated ones in the Mirage Comics.
So, like, okay,
no, you mean 80s Turtles.
Okay, so gameplay wise, do you think they're gonna take like an MKX route when it comes to the Turtles? Whereas like you pick a turtle, like and then you pick like
and they have a different
style.
No,
I
think there's gonna be 4 separate character slots.
Nah,
so.
because it said we fight as one, so it's gonna be one slot,
so.
and maybe
That's
pick
just
So we're gonna have a tri-board type situation.
yeah, like a tri-board type
That's
situation.
just yeah.
Yeah.
Or
If
maybe
they
they'll
have
go to maybe they'll go to Saint Seiya Turtles crossover route.
Oh god.
Y'all ain't never seen
Why
that?
would you do that? No, Clay. Why would you bring that up, dog?
Why? I don't.
Maybe
Do I have to get the roasting hand, bro? Come on.
God.
Hey man, I only seen it because I knew it would be terrible.
I remember, but back to like the play style they can potentially have. It could be like you said. Suppose a tri-board?
Yeah,
tri-board.
like a tri-board.
Right, because in Injustice, like you did, there's no defined styles, and I'm guessing Leonardo. You start out with Leonardo, and he's gonna be your main fighter because Leo's the leader. But they'll do specific moves where like they'll do like the fucking shit you seen in the movies or the TV
if that
shows.
was the case, why the fuck was Raphael the first one to show up then?
Cause Raphael's the illest nigga in the Turtles. Hands down.
Not gonna lie, I mean, he's the one who's gonna start the fight anyways. I mean,
Because he's badass.
That
He's
fucking
badass.
way he started, he had the trench coat on.
Like, look. Then you got 4 niggas that got the personality of the Turtles. Raphael's gonna be the one that sets it off, and then everybody else comes through and helps clean up. Yep. Raphael is the shit starter. Like, we all know this. We all grew up.
I mean, I'm a Donatello fan, so.
I'm a Donatello fan, too, because I feel like
here.
you can't get done without your brain working first, baby.
Do not disrespect the stick. I will fuck you up with that stick.
Michelangelo the one who brings through the trees and pizza and calms everybody down after a job well done. So that's my second favorite. It's Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, then Leonardo.
Oh, well, for me, it would be Donatello, Leonardo, Raphael, and then Michelangelo. Michelangelo's too goofy for my ass, but
Honestly, he could be the best
even
turtle.
as a kid, he was too goofy for me.
right. Like
But
Cowabunga, dude. Pizza time.
It seemed like everybody else was too serious in their own way. Like
Leonardo was just like that. He struggled too much to ever be really considered a leader to me.
Yeah. That was his whole thing.
Like,
but that's the thing.
Like he had like an internal conflict that he could never solve. Like, you know,
that was just so
because
strict,
all the
though.
pressure was
ain't
on
that
him.
with most leaders though?
Yeah, exactly. I
guess that's
It's
why
still better.
I'm never in tune with most leaders.
Well, it's no better leader than Raph.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You have to have your leader to go through some conflict and come out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all the time though.
Leo's always calm.
Being a leader
sometimes,
is constant conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Like if one of them niggas die, it's on you because you're the leader.
Yeah.
Yep.
If April gets kidnapped, it's on you because you're the leader. You got to get everybody else together. Raphael,
because you don't see Nick Fury. You don't see Nick Fury going through all that.
Niggas up with
Nick Fury is a damn leader. He can sit his ass down. Anybody got time for Nick Fury? I got it.
Oh god! All Nick Fury's gonna do is
the ability to go through that constant conflict and still be able to be relied on is what makes a great leader, man. You think Martin Luther King wasn't fucked up, getting arrested all the time, getting beat up, getting hosed down?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He went through his shit like in front of everybody. Everybody
He took his strikes.
I guess, you know, but like
I'm not trying to compare a fictional mutated turtle to Dr. King or nothing, but I'm just providing an example of a leadership where the person was under constant pressure and had to go through his struggles publicly. You know what I'm saying?
Ryu. I can agree that they're super, especially just going to do a group up gang attack ass like thing.
Yep.
I want to see a fucking fucking Splinter like homage or something in that bitch too.
I think he'll be mentioned. I don't see why not.
Not just a mention. I want to see a nigga character model like.
That would be kind of interesting.
That'd be interesting.
I don't know, man.
You know what would have been like really fucking nice though? Is if instead of the Turtles, it was Shredder?
Which one?
Shredder would be more of a Mortal Kombat guest character.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, you definitely right. Shredder would be in Mortal Kombat.
Because they would just go towards the old
super ham and use his claws and that fucking buzzsaw shit that he got on the edge of his helmet.
Yeah,
shit
that's an MK character, definitely.
Yeah.
MKXI, Master Shredder, let's go.
Yeah, MK11, yeah. Let's get
Shredder.
I swear, if MKXI come out, they better throw my boy Chameleon back in there. I'm not playing with them. Y'all trying to do. The dude need to come back.
All I'm saying is, bro, if you do got Shredder and you still keeping the function thing that they had in MKX, they have to have one of his things where he sends out the foot.
Yes.
Yes. like one foot come out like a dive kick.
Yes.
That
one
kick was
good.
Oh, and the one just runs out and grabs you from behind?
Yeah.
Shit like that.
They should just have Master Shredder the person, so then you could be Oroku Saki and then have like two.
Nah, that'll be a character. That'll be a character costume.
Okay, that's fair.
That'll be a character costume.
But his fighting style was a little bit different when he was Oroku Saki, though.
Yeah, it was. You're right. You're not wrong about that.
That's the third. That's the third style then.
Yeah, that was one of his variations of Oroku.
Yeah, that's a variation. Yeah.
There we go. We got that freestyle set up.
NetherRealm, hit us up. We got you.
Yeah, and we don't even like your games all like that, but we still fuck with you.
He ain't wrong.
How y'all think the gear gonna look on the Turtles?
Oh.
Because I can see some homages being done to the.
We're gonna have Casey Jones mask. There's gonna be Casey Jones.
There better be a Casey Jones mask. Either that,
I would like to see that Night Watcher armor that Ralph wore in that movie.
I was about to say that. I was just about to fucking see the Night Watcher armor.
Hey, bro, they gonna have the Saint Seiya fucking crossover armor, dog. I'm telling you.
You know, I'm a tweet
everything that look that they had in the Power Ranger crossover.
I'm a tweet the
Power Ranger crossover was lit though.
It's like the worst thing that 90s anime has to offer you, Hat Man. I'm just letting you know.
I got this. Hey, Ed Boon.
Oh, I thought you was looking up that Turtle Saint Seiya crossover.
Nah, what's Ed Boon's Twitter handle?
Oh, I'm on it right now.
NOOBD.
Oh, fucking really?
Mm-hmm.
ED or DE?
DE. NOOBDE.
NOOB. Oh. NOOBDE. Ah, okay, there you go. Noob Day. Okay, at Noob Day.
It's his name. It's his Noob Sidebot.
Yeah, I know.
With his name.
Hit us. Hit up KCGO. Hit up hashtag KCGO for Shredder and MKXI. We have ideas. Ideas.
Yo, Hardy. Yo, clip. Get a clip for this part.
There we
just
go.
on the side so we can DM that shit for Shredder.
There we go.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. That's how we do that there. That's how we do that there.
Roku Saki mode updated them.
Oh shit. Alright, so yeah. So like, you know, we already came up with Shredder shit for MKXI, you know.
Ooh. You know what? Fuck this bullshit. Let's have NetherRealm make a new Turtles fighting game. Fuck the bullshit.
I mean, hell, you kind of consider them a part of the DC universe at this point. I don't see why they ain't got no full-fledged fighting game yet.
Nah, man,
because let's be honest, they fucking villains suck ass aside from Shredder.
And Bebop.
Well, what about? Well, yeah. Forget them. We got who was the alligator, the other turtle?
Oh yeah,
Razor.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Razor was the shit. He whooped all four of them at once. Didn't even take him much.
Who was the main villain in the feudal Japan one?
Oh fuck! Because I know it was Shredder's ancestor,
Like,
right?
are you really gonna add? Are you really gonna add in the nigga with the fucking robot body with the brain in the fucking stomach?
Yes,
Krang?
Yes, Krang.
Krang. Yeah, you gonna add in Krang? Yeah.
Dude.
He basically the
gotta add 'em all.
Gunjack of the Ninja Turtle universe.
Essentially.
Essentially.
So I don't see why not.
Like, man, why don't we get some of these Mugen creators to fucking?
I mean, there is a
HD up
Krang in
these-
Mugen though. And
Yeah,
the Turtles
we also
are
have all the
up-
turtles
HD
too.
up these like redo these tournament fighter sprites and fucking make a game like that. That would be sick.
Lionel, you're muted.
You muted
You
Lionel.
play both.
I was gonna tell you, Bebop just got released 2 days ago.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Bebop and
Yeah.
Rocksteady. Yeah.
Oh man, and that was an out of nowhere release too. Like what? The timing couldn't be better.
They use the sprites from the arcade game.
Yes.
Not bad.
And then Krang sprites are all fresh. They're all new.
Those,
Yeah.
those late '80s, early '90s Konami boss sprites were pretty nice.
Yes.
As far as the quality of them.
Oh yeah.
All
You
right.
add a couple more. You add a couple more frames of some of their movements, and you get a character.
I'm kind of glad with how I structured this because now I get to go on some hype stuff with some Geese gameplay.
Oh god, he's finally dude.
Yeah,
Granted,
dude.
the people that
Did you guys already see that move that new move that he has?
Yes,
Yeah.
you linked in this. Yeah.
But like the gameplay that they showed off was just bad.
No, that's a scrub playing. Okay, that is a scrub playing.
I ain't even mad. I get to see him in action, dog.
But hey,
As long as the gameplay was there, so it's okay.
Yeah, but if
Does he
you're
have a
gonna show
gameplay?
The guy
gameplay-
playing
if you're
no, hold
gonna-
on. The guy playing Geese, you're a scrub.
No, both of them
Or
were
whoever.
scrubs, nigga. But like, but aside from that, like, if you're gonna show off gameplay, it has to be high level because we gotta see what the character can fucking do. These niggas hardly even moved. They hardly even moved.
Now, those don't even look like players. They look like AI bots. on easy mode.
Just watch this shit, bro. Like they hardly even no KBDs, nothing,
I'm
dog.
watching now.
But yeah, I can't. You know what? To be honest, I really can't expect them to go grab like fucking top Tekken players to do some fucking gameplay, which they fucking should.
It's GameSpot. You know they could fucking do it.
They really could. They just do an invite.
Yo, these dudes Korean backdash is worse than mine. He did 4 on wake up. Get out of here.
This man did 2 crouching jabs, my boy.
Crouching jab, like come on.
He tried to grab during a combo string. Like what?
Yeah, he tried to grab him. Why would you not?
You don't know exactly how to approach one wrong open, even if
Got him on the wall. Did nothing.
He got that step kick though.
I'm just
Yeah.
my own content.
That is a very great analogy. That's
It sounds like they were playing.
What the heck just happened?
I don't know, but I can't play YouTube or any video on stream while we're doing this. So
You
yeah,
cannot escape from death. That's all I gotta
You'll
say.
play a Twitter clip at least, right?
They were playing predictable.
God.
Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
No, you cannot predict scrubs. You know this. You know this.
I will stain my hand with
Your blood. Oh, but this version of fucking
man.
This virgin.
Jesus theme though.
Can I just say that Geese's character model, his slick back looks immaculate.
Dude, I wonder what kind of pomade he uses though. No, he uses the blood of his hand.
Because you know, sporting waves is like softer. You know what I mean? Like Murray's, you gotta actually rub your fingers on the top to break it in a little bit first. Sporting waves, you can just dab right in and break it
Look at you. Look at Jawad. He's dead over there.
No, Geese uses Murray's. Get the rat
Joe-
coat, excess grease off,
Joanne went
put it down. See,
He got fatality.
Geese own a do-rag, but he don't wear it outside. But he got one at the crib, though.
Like I said before, bro, he wear it while he's in the temple meditating, bro. He's getting his waves on point while meditating, dog. Like, that's what happens.
He must have worn that shit after he got knocked off that rooftop, too, because quite clearly that shit is perfected.
Ain't one nigga that you know can get knocked off a rooftop and his hair don't move, though.
Somehow he managed to make that shit stay clean.
This nigga was maxing and relaxing in midair, laughing at Terry. Hair was still slicked back,
like his robe and shit are moving, but his hair,
like
solid.
He got his own pomade.
He probably put the wave cream in midair. It didn't even make
Proven to withstand 2 G's of force when falling off buildings.
I call it right now.
Geese Grease.
That Juicy Grease.
So only in Southtown.
Oh man,
I'm dead.
Yeah, you know what? I actually
hold on, Cleveland's dead, dude.
I want to commission somebody to make Geese's Grease, dog.
Yeah, bro, you gotta have it on the Orange Murray's pomade can, though, dog.
Oh my god.
Grease, bro.
I got someone's gonna be making that soon.
The Howard edition.
You know what? I could probably do it my damn self too. Like, no lie.
Do it and like make it like have like a little maid in Southtown.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Locally made in Southtown.
Let me see. Let's see if I can get a good Murray's. Let's see.
From the proud makers of Billy Kane's chain oil.
Bruh. I can't. It's too brutal.
No! I can't.
Bruh.
I'm probably about to do this on stream, though. Just say, fuck it. Let's make some Geese's Grease, dog.
Just make a whole trailer, like have the sliding doors open, like have Billy Kane's chain there, but then have them keep opening and then reveal Geese's Grease.
Oh shit, dude.
I stain my hands with your grease.
Made from the blood of Southtown's finest warriors, felled at the hands of the almighty Geese.
First 100 cans made with the blood of Jeff Bogart.
You can't do that. Oh my god, dude, you can't. Bro.
The chill needs to be resurrected.
The chill is gone. The chill is gone away.
The chill is gone. Chill is gone away. My nigga BB King.
God, dude, look at that hair though. Look at that hair though, dog. That smile, that hair. The pomade.
Hold on.
Lightning's like, he goes, Rapukin! And it's just done. Lightning bolts go through.
So he gonna have 2 edition wave cream. He gonna have the Raging Storm edition, and then he gonna have the Thunder Break.
Thunder Break.
I can't. Thunder Break wave cream. I can't.
No, he just got the Rapukin.
Go Thunder Break.
Double Rapukin formula.
Because that's double strength. Because it's double Rapukin.
He got the Rapukin. That's the consistency of Sporting Waves, and he got the fucking double Rapukin. That's the consistency of Murray's for that extra hold.
He gonna
Is there a Deadly Ray version?
Yes. Deadly Wave version with the shampoo and conditioner.
Yes.
I swear.
Deadly Wave Neo.
Deadly Wave? Bruh.
Yes. I'm just saying.
I'm dying. Yo.
Geese Howard's Deadly Wave Neo pomade.
And then
we have the Restaurant body wash.
$19.95 with shipping ahead of it. It'll come with your very own Howard edition wave ride.
Come with your very own young ass motorcycle jacket, courtesy of Rock Howard.
Oh god! And like you get a free comb inside of a gin scroll that you pull out. It's like that.
Bruh, I got
you. You may not be immortal, but your hair will be.
Okay. so the AOF2 is gonna be the fucking deadly wave.
Yes. The deadly wave pomade.
Oh my god, dude.
This is God. No! He got it. What the hell? Oh, no.
Don't tell me you already did it, my nigga.
I'm about to, dog. I'm about to. We really out here, bro.
So you got a wave cream.
Hey, dog, you gotta go hit them old school Jet magazines and look at them Duke S curl juice commercials. You gotta get the right pose.
Not S curl juice. Oh god.
He wants that.
Oh no, S curl was the next wave. It was
the next deadly wave.
It was just as curly, but 75% less drippy.
Fucking wow, dude. We're really doing this, man.
Without the mullet part in the back.
3 payments of $29.99.
Order now. Get your free Howard wave brush.
Your free gin scroll wave brush.
It'll smooth your waves back as smooth as the
Oh man. Did we mention the restaurant body wash?
Like people don't
Not the body wash.
He's built his whole empire off wave grease. He took the blueprint from the family that created Soul Glow and he ran with that shit.
So he killed the person that had that shit, stole the recipe, went back to Southtown.
He killed that nigga and he killed Eric LaSalle and took the Soul Scroll. That amplified his Rapukin powers because he had the fucking Soul Glow.
Exactly.
Single Rapukins. He got that activator. That shit was slick. He was throwing 2 of them bitches.
Because he go Rapukin, double Rapukin. That's him slipping it back.
He slicked his shit back.
Exactly.
Got that extra lubrication. No, but man, Geese looks amazing. I do wish they got somebody who had a Korean dude who had experience with SNK games and Tekken to kind of.
Here we go.
Justice on this game.
Here we go. The perfect one right there. There you go.
Look at that. That wave cream so strong to turn the damn colors on.
Oh my god!
And gave him an extra glow.
Oh man!
How'd you go from blue to green? So wave cream made you turn into Shinbo, huh?
Bro, I was laughing at this nigga the whole time, and he was still wavy.
Yeah.
And he ain't even want his help. He said, "Get the fuck off me, nigga." I'm waiting.
Look at the pants, though. Look at the pants.
He went Shinbo. He pulled an Akuma. That bit turned from regular color to purple. For some reason, purple is the Shinbo. I swear.
Oh god.
With the green R. He took it up an extra level.
No, it's because the shit that had the blood of Jeff Bogart in it was defective. That shit made his skin turn colors.
Oh my goodness.
They got one more I could find. He looking clean as fuck. They got one more.
He just snaps his hand away from Jerry. He's like, yeah, my hair looks good.
He ain't snapped his hand away. He had that wave.
There you go. There you go. Clean as fuck. There you go.
Is that maximum impact?
Yeah, they're gonna the formal look. You going out to get bitches tonight? This is Grease.
I'm trying hard not to ride on this suit. This suit look hot, not gonna lie. But it's something going on there. He got to look like, it's the cream this time.
But little do we know, comes with the inputs for the entire move. So when you put the grease in, you gotta.
That's the way you have to comb your hair, though. You got to go back, down, back, under, forward, back. Oh, you have to do the stupid ass bullshit to comb it, but when you're done,
he combed it back enough for him to get a suit on.
That's unparalleled.
He combed it that much, he stepped out in a suit. He went from fighter uniform to straight up tux.
No, he still got some specially tailored comma pants to match his suit jacket.
You damn right, because that tie look hella silver right about now. I'm not gonna front.
oh my
He
god.
actually refashioned it from one of his karate belts.
See? That cream gave him special ability, and that's probably the night he unveiled that they have a jail edition of that wave cream now. I bet. I'm willing to bet there's a jail version now.
Oh yeah, you know Geese's team. He got niggas in jail controlling the rackets.
Right.
Pretty much.
So you made 37% profit on your grease this month, Bob.
Predictable. He already knew it was predictable.
Oh, God. You will need a wave cap with that grease.
I can just see him just like this. You will need a wave cap with that grease. Just in the commercial.
Somebody need to make a do-rag Geese, and then when you fight him on his stage in front of his crib, you step out the front door and rip his wave cap off.
That's why Billy Kane. That's why Billy Kane is always wearing one.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that man's gonna try and get his waves on point, bro.
Yeah, because he can't. He ain't got the luxurious locks. That
One time, fucking Geese was helping fucking Billy oil his chain, and he accidentally wiped his head, and he was like, he seen himself in the mirror, like,
Billy, are you seeing this?
that was unpredictable.
Wow, yeah.
Man, but we love Geese Hard around here, man. Can't wait to see him in Tekken.
Dude.
Wish they would have got a better person to do gameplay footage, and we would have had more to talk about instead of Geese's wave grease.
Instead of just roasting these motherfuckers and making...
Nah, man, how can you roast a nigga that clean? We was giving him compliments.
No, we were roasting the gameplay. And then now we were praising his amazing waves.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
His waves are sharp. I'll give him that.
Oh,
hey, man, I need somebody ask one of them Mutant creators that you guys know to make a custom do-rag Geese for niggas.
Oh, my God. The waving storm. Hair popping.
The wavy storm, bro.
The waving storm.
I can't with y'all, bro. I can't.
Waving storm.
Wave Neo, man.
Oh, God. We got regular Rapukin strength, double Rapukin strength.
Hell yeah.
Could you imagine games like this where they have those interactions like they do in Injustice 2 and walking up the Geese just riding him in about the wave cream?
Yes!
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Billy
Like,
Kane.
heard you got that wave cream for 1995.
You would have never got the idea for that shit if it wasn't for my chain oil.
Oh, the Daily Rave body wash.
Daily Rave body wash.
Oh, my God.
Can we not?
Oh,
Yeah.
my God. And it's antibacterial.
What about the Rock Howard collection of midriff-bearing motorcycle jackets?
Oh, my God. You know, that's a collector's item.
Expressly made for the metrosexual Rimpukin in you. Oh, my God. This is too fucking much.
That's young Geese with long hair, see?
Mm-hmm.
When he had a relaxer,
relaxer perm.
He had the Mutant Lord.
So he gonna bring back the classic. He gonna bring back the classic products. He gonna have the deadly wave perm.
Because that's how he started off.
That's Geese
The
Hard.
Rock Perkin.
That's Geese Hard with the Snoop Dogg around the house look.
Yeah. That's just that is. Wait. I gotta look up his move list now because he's gotta have like a moose that he just sprays, he puts it in and slicks it back like that. It just makes it all. Oh my God!
The deadly wave Neo.
They wave me a moose. There we go.
Nah, Geese is the real nigga. He don't use mousse. He use pomade.
Oh, we just doing the pomade? All right, I got you.
Oh, just for Geese. That's just bad. That's just really
just for Geese.
Just for Geese.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh man, just for Geese.
Oh my god, I can't breathe. Just for Geese.
Oh, what's next? A geese razor?
Oh no! That is. Oh my god! That's his parry move is the razor. The what is it? Ani Haman? No, Oni Haman. That's his parry. Because you have the deflect off the bullshit. Get that nice shit. Well, what would be the fucking shaving cream called though?
The best a geese can get.
I don't know. Geese don't got no facial hair.
True. No, you don't. That's very true.
That is true.
Geese don't give a fuck. That's why he beat up Jeff Bogart, because that nigga had facial hair.
You can grow a beard? I can't be complete until I can grow a beard.
That's why he put the blood of Jeff Bogart in the first 100 cans of pomade, but then it didn't have the desired effect, so he just sold them shit.
Right, but see, he went from having that long, luxurious locks to the slip back pit like a pimp named Slipback going on. Oh my goodness!
I think the relaxer looks more pimp like.
It does.
Hey, you gonna bring me my money? I'm gay.
But that's young Geese though. That's young Geese.
Hashtag double reperm.
Double repermkin.
Double repermkin. Oh my
There
god!
you go.
I'm just saying.
Oh my god!
Man, there's a lot of geese products now.
I'm sad.
Man,
I'm trying to find like a complete move list right now.
Man, Geese got fucking all types of fucking grooming products for the warrior man.
Oh yes.
But yeah, what's up with this email question? That's a pretty good
Man,
one.
I'm sitting here trying to make Geese's grease a thing. Leave me alone.
Oh god.
Okay, nah, but the
Alright, we got a lot of geese products, so let's hurry
It's
up.
been in stores at Target and every hair product store.
Okay.
That shit is available only in
Uh-oh.
Southtown.
okay.
Mhm.
But
Gotta-
before that, we
Got a
also
high-res version.
have to talk about, I guess, Noctis being in T7 as well.
That came out of left fucking field. Like,
There you go.
what?
That's
Clay, give us, yeah. Let us know how you feel about that, Clay, because you were saying something about that. About these leaks about an air dash, right?
I honestly, I don't see the connection. Like, I have no doubt that with the track record that Namco Bandai has, with quality in most of their games, I think that they'll do a good job. I just don't see the potential of or the meaning behind.
Wait. So they're saying that Noctis is friends with Lars Alexanderson.
Yeah.
How? Aren't they like the same character?
Pretty fucking. They both pretty much pretty boys that fucking shoot mad. No, that's Claudio.
No, but like,
what do you know now?
But
Wait. I got one big fucking question. He's on the planet Earth? I thought he was like on some different planet with the crystals and shit.
And his stage is the gas station.
Huh.
so
Oh.
this nigga's from another planet and he's fighting at a gas station.
Yeah, the gas station from the start of the game where you meet what's her
Where you
name?
going? Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. I'm just
Beating
saying,
ass while pumping gas. Look at that shit.
he's fighting at a gas station. Nah, but I just don't see what the meaning behind the crossover between
Only
Final Fantasy
thing,
15 and Tekken is.
right?
Like, Geese Howard can fit into Tekken.
right.
Akuma can fit into Tekken. You can make a stretch for those characters. Where the fuck does this nigga fit in?
like I understand why on the business front, like Bamco Namco.
I call him Bando Namco.
So Bando Namco, they also will publish the Cydia in the arcades, the Cydia fighting game.
Right.
So that's the only way I can see that actually like lining up for the guest characters business wise. Story wise, it makes no fucking sense. Like, how does this dude know fucking
Lars?
Lars. How does he know Lars? What's the story behind that?
Man, Lars's organization probably got time machines and hyperspace.
Okay,
travel.
so he's not coming out to spring 2018. So
You're right.
Now,
So
all I
just-
gotta say is you cannot escape from death.
all right, so
Really?
email question.
Parada, you win. All right, that's all I got. That's the message I have.
All right,
Parada,
so
you win.
Email question: what's your opinion on catering to casuals versus competitive audiences in modern games when it comes to how much time must be spent playing?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Wow.
That's pretty nice.
That's pretty in depth.
I mean, Cleveland. You were pretty prepared for this question.
Yeah, because I've been thinking about this like, but I think with the majority of my weekend because I saw that email question. I was just like okay, let's take something current that's been dumbed down, washed down, Street Fighter V.
Mm-hmm.
That's indisputable. We don't have the creativity and combos like we used to have in the past games, especially like Street Fighter 4. We don't have the one frame links. We have moves that you just double tap down for sure. Double tap down right for sure. You can like the combos or to execute these combos. You don't. All you need to do is probably sit inside these games and probably do these repetitions for at least 2 to 3 hours if you really want to get good. An hour if you just want the basics. I mean, the whole base game of Street Fighter you still got your footsies, your zoning, your yomis, all that shit. But it just, like, I keep seeing the same complaint, and I hear the same complaint. I understand this complaint. It's not as more refined in the difficulty aspect.
It's
I want
not
to say,
important.
yes, for all the effort and time you put into it. Exactly. Compared to Street Fighter 4, when I remember having to trying to do these one frame links with Guy. There was one link that if you do, you set up the fucking knockdown, and they're in a crouching state. You do run Nike kick, and you get that one frame link to that crouching medium punch, and to the rest of the combo. I practiced that shit for 4 hours straight until I got it once. But it felt so good doing that shit in tournaments, online. That was something in my toolbox that I kept, and I probably can't do it anymore. But just the whole fact that you got tools like that you can go and use in these games. But okay, let's pull it back to something else that's more current now. Tekken 7.
Okay. Besides
the Rage Arts, I still feel that Tekken still has a higher barrier entry, a higher skill cap. It's very hard to play at that high skill level, but it's still... Tekken's always had like that good pick up and play feeling, but once you master it, you were never upset about the time you wasted in there.
Makes sense.
That's like the Street Fighter 5 for Tekken 7. That's my argument right there. Street Fighter 5, they could have did more, but they did way less, and they were appealing to the wrong people. They weren't appealing to the loud minorities that we are. The hardcore gamers that will spend time and money for these games. But Tekken, like Mr. Hara, Tekken 7, he don't owe us shit, but he gave us a great game. Clay.
My outlook on it is game companies, stop being delusional about what you have in front of you.
Yo, preach.
Know who patronizes your games the most. Know what your audience is and cater to them first while adding extra things that could hook other people from other sides.
Ooh.
Do not sacrifice your base audience in order for some pipe dream of being the next Halo or Grand Theft Auto or Madden or Call of Duty. Know who your audience is And even if you have to scale back the budget of a game in order to keep it within a certain requirement, but cater to your fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have a fan base of people who play a game constantly, who put so much into the community for a game, you're going to have people who aren't a part of that community who see how much time people spend playing these couple of games or just one game and say, I wonder what makes these people play this game so much, even though there's so many other games out here.
Right.
You'll bring people in. It's just not going to be astronomical numbers, and they got to stop overshooting their goals with these things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Like, if you know what you got in front of you and you know who the patrons are, then stick to that. Because most times, especially with more esoteric game genres like fighting games, they're going to expand much slower outside of who already patronizes them than a lot of other game types may. And you have to be prepared for that. I think that games that started off with more of a casual, friendly atmosphere and grew to be hardcore because of the efforts of people who play them but still have that sizable commercial success and commercial showing, then you should focus more on the casual audience because that's who is given the biggest numbers. Wow.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
On a secondary basis,
yeah,
adding things that you know the hardcore audience would like, but not necessarily placing as much emphasis on them. The thing about Street Fighter V is Street Fighter V would be in the same place that it is now for the most part as far as for the commercial type of application of it. If it was a much stronger fighting game and had that same amount of promotion, you're still going to pull those same fly-by-night, I'm going to buy this game because it came out this Tuesday type of fan. Like, there are still going to be those people who pick up and drop the game at the same rate. If you would have made a game that was sturdier and more palatable for your mean fan base that's going to be going to these tournaments, following all these developments within the game, trying to grind online and get the fight money for those characters and all that stuff to patronize your game, the other people, the more casual fans, would have been picking up and dropping the game at the same rate, no matter how hard or how dumbed down you make it. And I think when they approach things like that, they think that it's the game itself that and the difficulty of the game that makes it less accessible, when Tekken has proven that's not the case. Tekken has a reputation for being one of the hardest fighting games to play out there. But it has a very, very high casual fan base. But Tekken is a legacy game, so for the people that play it, they're going to continue playing it. And Tekken fans and the people who make Tekken, they know that. They continue to make a game that caters to that fan base first and foremost, while trying to extend themselves outward to pick up more casual fans and maybe have a certain percentage of those casual fans take the game more seriously and look into what the game is on that competitive level. The biggest thing that Tekken did wasn't dumb their game down. They increased their promotion.
Yep.
They took the game out of the back rooms and out of the hardcore fans' hands in the promotion aspect, because if you're a Tekken fan, you know when the next Tekken game's coming out. All you need to see is some gameplay. You don't need no fucking preface. You don't need no fucking advertising campaign. You don't need no bullshit. You're a Tekken fan. You know Tekken's coming out. You're going to buy it. They can count on you to do that. The biggest thing that Tekken did was increase its promotion budget and let more people know, hey, we're here. Hey, we're trying to make an impact. We're back. We're doing our thing. This is the next entry into our series. And we're going to wrap up this story nice and tight with a little bow on it for you. that was hey, casual fans come out to play, and they did in large numbers, and more people are trying to learn Tekken more seriously now than before. But as far as competitive versus casual and hardcore versus casual, it all depends on what your strongest audience is. Like the Minecraft, for example. There are a lot of people who are hardcore in Minecraft and know how to do all sorts of amazing things and build all sorts of amazing things because they put the time into it. But then most people who play the game are little kids and people who just turn the game on just to chill out and take advantage of those nice things that people have built with the time that they put in. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you have to balance that hardcore component with the casual component because the hardcore people create things for the casual people to enjoy in a game like that. Mm-hmm. So you have to look at it on a genre by genre or a game by game basis. Who is your strongest audience? Then that's who you should cater to. That doesn't mean you should ignore the other side, but you need to compartmentalize effectively in order to keep whatever audience you're trying to cater to the most strongest. And at this point, games are expensive to make, like we always say when subjects like this come up, and it boils down to the business. But to me, it seems like Street Fighter V and fighting games in general don't really need that much of a budget. It's just that they keep overreaching with these types of games and wanting it to be something more than it is. Because to a hardcore person, those balance changes and those things can make the game different. To another person, it's just playing the same game for 5 years.
Yep.
So you have to understand who understands your game for what it is and who wants a certain experience out of it that can be created within and not really pay too much attention to, but still please that fan base. If Street Fighter would have came out with a stronger single player and story experience, even though me personally, I don't give a shit. I just wanted to get on and play Hatman and get on and play Trey and get on and play whoever that I knew had the game because that's the experience for me. But you have to also figure out how can I cater to my other smaller audience without spending as much money? That's the fucking problem. When you have games that have a healthy mixture of a hardcore audience and a casual audience, you have to figure out who's the biggest and figure out how to market to them while adding features that the other audience can digest. And that's because I feel like sometimes they put too much money in trying to suck people in who aren't going to
stick around for the long haul.
Nah, man, you got to do it with the short hair, B, because that was before the waves, fam. You don't put pomade and long hair like that.
This nigga.
Am I wrong, guys?
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
But the setting and everything,
it's perfect, right?
Get the one with him sitting in a chair surrounded by goons.
That would be. That's the perfect one right there.
He's super clean. He got the suit on, and his shit is slicked back real nice. But yeah, so the next person, please step up for the email question, because I talk too much.
It's not wrong to talk too much. It's cool.
You're muted, Lionel.
There you go.
I actually have nothing on that. Both Cleveland and Clay hit points that I most likely would have said. I mean, I have no variation of it, so I'm gonna have to go with what they said. So that I listened to the whole thing.
So basically, find out who your audience is and figure out how to put the
find out how to balance it. Find out how to balance.
Put the priorities of the other audience at heart as well, but still put the most effort towards pleasing who's going to be there for you.
But the thing is, balancing it is kind of tough because we can actually brainstorm and draw two circles, and then the middle, and then you have like all that thing, and then try to find a way to balance it out, which is going to be really tough to cater between versus.
Definitely. I completely understand that. But I feel like the people in the middle will be equally as pleased with the things that they do for hardcore and the things they do for casual. As long as those things are well represented, you don't necessarily have to tell them, well, we only put 30% toward the casual and 70% toward the hardcore. You can emphasize certain features in a certain way when you're talking to certain people, and emphasize other features. Like when you're running some shit on ESPN and you're doing the whole esports thing, you can emphasize, yeah, we just got a new story mode and we're doing this and we're doing that. And then when you're, on Twitch or when you're on those more hardcore outlets, you could talk more about the technical aspects of the game and what you improved about such and such as frame data and do all that blah, blah, blah. Because that's where those people usually dwell. When you're trying to bring those people in by putting games on TBS and ESPN, then you have to emphasize certain features to those people. You know what I mean?
Right. But on that aspect of, because you made a lot of great points on Tekken. Like a lot of great, like way more than I could actually like pull out of my ass. You went really way super in depth into the whole subject between the casual versus competitive. But like it was one point you were talking about if a game appeared to the casual audience and then the hardcore crowd picked it up and like enhanced the scene of it. That brings me back to thinking about Smash Bros. How that was supposed to be just to be a simple party game. Yeah.
Family friendly game.
Right, but
family fun. Sorry, not
family fun. No, the same difference basically. But when Melee came out and people started finding the hardcore players found this advanced tech with L canceling, wave dashing, and it just opened up this whole new tier of the game for these people.
But it didn't change the love that the casual fans had for the game.
Exactly.
And the properties contained within the game.
Yeah, because what they did later on is they fucked up with Brawl and made tripping because we can't have fucking somebody in the hardcore scene having fucking fun. They took out all that advanced tech because this is not a competitive game. It's just a party game. When you make a cake like that, your delicious icing on the outside can be for the hardcore people because that icing is not very thick in layers. It's got this nice...
My bad. Go ahead.
And then the rest of the cake, the cake on the inside can be for the casuals. It's a lot of substance in this cake. It's a lot of things you can eat, and even the hardcore players can find flavor inside the rest of the cake that they'll enjoy as well.
Crop the bottom of the circle up a tad bit more. That's it.
This fucking guy, man, I swear.
This fucking guy.
Oh, shit.
But it looks good, though. It looks real good, though.
Great, I love it.
Actually, look like seriously, this shit look like you could sell that shit. Real talk, man.
I'm not even gonna lie. I swear, I felt like I seen this in Walmart.
You pop up in a tournament with a Geese Grease booth. Niggas will buy that shit and not open it. Just like
I would just buy it just to say that I have it. That's the same one.
Right.
I would buy that shit and use it.
No. You gotta go. Repookin, double Repookin,
predictable.
There we go.
There we go.
Yes.
You're the fucking man.
Bruh.
I want six Geese Grease buttons. I need to get clear buttons so I can get them shits in my buttons.
Right.
I'm like this because he just goes with everything. I mean, he could just sit there and be like, it just works, right?
He's looking right at me, making sure I don't fuck up.
Don't fuck up the waves, man. Don't fuck up the grace plan.
But going back to Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I'm not certain that Smash Bros would have grown in the same way had it been strictly contained to the casual fans who just bought it because they like to see the amalgamation of Nintendo properties and other intellectual properties all in one game.
Right.
I feel like when the casual players seen that these guys were doing all these amazing things in the game, even though they probably didn't aim to play like that, it still made them enjoy patronizing the game and watching the game more, and it kept the older games alive, because as we know, a lot of times with casual gamers, the newer version is always the better version, much unless the gameplay design or some shit takes a super hit and it's just empirically the worst, like a worse video game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like from Melee to Brawl. Yeah.
It's like for casual gamers, and maybe I'm speaking wrong. If I am speaking out of turn, please put me in my place, all you casuals out there. But for a lot of casual gamers, it seems like the newer version is the better version because it's newer, because it's supposed to be better. And with the hardcore scene introduction into the Smash scene, it gave people the opportunity to see that there were reasons why an older version of the game could be better and why it could be more fun and why more options could be available in an older game. So sometimes that intermingling of the hardcore and the casual can enlighten casual players to see a deeper side of the game, and I think that's partially what happened with Smash Brothers and why Smash Brothers is so vibrant and so many people play Smash Brothers.
Right. Yes,
I think that's a big part.
Yes, and that's the whole encasement of the success of Smash Brothers. So I went to DreamHack, and they had Smash, Street Fighter V, Tekken 7 on it. Those were the three main stages. Smash Bros, you had to go through a wave of people. You had to cut yourself through to get to the fucking Street Fighter V, which barely had anybody there at the fucking watching the main stage. Tekken 7 had a good amount of crowd. All the chairs were taken up. You had some people standing up. But Street Fighter V / MVCI was nearly bare. Nearly bare. And the people that were sitting there either were competitors or diehard fans like I am.
And that's because Capcom did not play their cards right when it came to fully evaluating their fan bases properly.
Yep. And then they do this with every IP that recently they've been doing it with almost every IP, like Mega Man, rest in peace, MVCI. Like they're dropping, like instead of them.
That's not all Capcom's fault.
That's right.
It's due to Marvel's financial situation, forcing them to part with some of their more well-known characters to stay alive.
Oh, but wait, Clay, did you know Disney and Fox are in negotiations to sell the rights to those characters back to them?
Well, that's great. That is great, and I hope it happens because X-Men belongs to Marvel.
And we need to have them back.
Yeah, big time.
Yes.
This is not Marvel unless they get my birthday second barrage.
21st century Fox pawn shop. Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Wow.
Marvel got they slip. Give them they shit back.
Yep. They got more than enough. Disney's backing them with the big bucks, huh? Oh, anybody else got any ideas on this topic?
Pretty much what you guys mentioned.
Much love to all the casual and hardcore gamers everywhere. Y'all make this culture worth living.
Oh, yes.
So regardless of what your leanings are, regardless of how deeply you look at video games, everybody counts. Everybody needs to take account of everybody else's taste, and the industry needs to be more structured. Pay attention to who your fan bases are and cater to them, guys. Like you'll end up doing more. You'll end up having to spend less money to please people who can't be pleased by what you're offering. And you'll understand that things like Street Fighter V don't have to be transcendent successes in order to make you guys money. With things like Marvel, since there's other people's money involved, other people's properties involved, sometimes you got to aim a little bit higher with stuff like that. And when you own the characters, when you own the system, pay attention to your people, man, because we're the ones who was playing Street Fighter 4 for 6 to 7, 8 years, whatever, however long it was out like that. And there are people who are still playing it. So just remember who your fan bases are. No matter what genre of game you are, if you're Halo, do what Halo fans like.
Right.
If you're Call of Duty, do what Call of Duty fans like. You know what I mean? If you're a sports game, try to create that experience that sports fans want from their sports games. You know what I mean? Whatever genre that you subscribe to, look at who your fan base is and focus on them first. If you make a good product and people are out screaming from the rooftops about how great your game is, then more people will come in. Whether they go to the red box and pick it up or go on YouTube and look at videos to see if they want to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
What you got to do for your fans, and if your fans are pleased, they will tell everybody else that will listen about your game, and you will get people who are interested who come from outside of that pre-established culture.
Right.
But when you're trying to force an ideal or force a genre game on a populace that isn't ready for it, you end up getting things like Street Fighter V, where they completely disregard the work that the people who play these type of games constantly and competitively put in, and take away for the ability for them to express themselves through the play style of their character by creating a game that you think will cater to people. It's not the difficulty of fighting games that drive people away. It's not the difficulty of certain type of games that drive people away. It's more so that they don't understand the depth of it. If you give something to the players that play them really well, something to show these people all the things that you can do instead of creating a linear game, then you might get people more interested in it. Right. That was the thing that drew a lot of people to the old marbles, because you've seen these guys doing these amazing 1,000-hit combos on people, and that shit was interesting. Even if you knew you couldn't do some shit like that, you had no problem watching it and paying attention to it because it looked amazing.
Right.
When you see people do the same 5 combos over and over in Street Fighter V, it's hard for me to believe that you would get somebody who doesn't have a pre-existing relationship with fighting games to pick that up and want to play it.
Because the normal person would see that those same 5 combos, like, do they have anything else in there also know? Is that's all they know?
Is that all that the game is capable of?
Booyah.
This doesn't look very interesting. But then when you see somebody like Sako do a 44-hit combo at the biggest tournament in the world with Evil Ryu, and you never played Street Fighter 4, all you know is this Asian dude is going ham, and this shit is hype. Let me watch this for 5 more minutes and see what's going on.
Or you turn into some high level Tekken 7, and you see all this wave dashing and these amazing bounce jiggle combos that land onto the walls. Stuff like that will draw you in. Especially now with that close clashes, and they have the matches for both players of low health. You got the slowdown going on. Like, that's one of the hypest moments in fucking God.
Exactly. That makes it more of a spectator sport and more enjoyable to watch.
Unlike compared to what they did with Street Fighter V. I knew they were trying to make Street Fighter V more like fucking viewer friendly, but they totally fucked up with all the way they have everything set up, the way the game feels and plays on the screen.
The thing about it is they stripped Street Fighter V back down to an older style of game, and let's keep it honest. All of us who have had that journey from being a fighting game person who just loves fighting games because they love the genre to somebody who pays attention to the deeper side and the more technical side. When you first get in, you don't give a shit about footsies and normals and spacing, like. You know what I mean? Those are things that you learn to decipher from watching people play after you already have been initiated into the cult of fighting games.
Or just playing through time yourself, you learn these things.
That stuff becomes exciting once you understand those concepts.
Oh, right.
You have to draw people in with things that are flashier and more visually appealing. And then once they want to get to the point where, how do I learn how to do stuff like this? Well, first, you have to start off by learning these certain concepts and blah, 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 and then that's where it starts. In every casual community, there are those people who see something and say, is there something a little bit more? I'd like to learn a little bit more about what these games are and why these guys are so good at them. it always starts like that. You know what I'm saying? There's always somebody who takes that jump from casual. It might only be 1 out of 10 people, 10%. Once again, that number. But if you create something that gives somebody something to look at, and make them wonder, wow, so if this dude can do a 47 hit combo with this sequence of moves, I wonder what would happen if he did that. He did this. But then when you see people doing the same 3 to 5 combos on the screen, then it's like, yeah, I already see everything this game has to offer. It's not interesting.
Right.
Think about how many people are really good at fighting games today. That first fighting game experience was really Street Fighter 4.
True.
Infiltration was a Counter-Strike player. He picked up Street Fighter 4, and you know it changed his gaming taste a little bit.
Yep, because he was a really very decent Counter-Strike player over in Korea. Oh man, but he jumped over to Street Fighter fucking 4 and made a bigger name for himself. Brought us way more fucking hype and intense matches that like other players have yet to fucking bring to us.
And then Infiltration being, I think he said he was an 011er or a 012er or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He inspired people to come from outside gaming genres, or maybe just to pick up fighting games and learn more about them. Like, yeah, this guy's out here playing with every character, and he's not necessarily historically a fighting game player, so that gives me an opportunity, even in this hard game, to maybe pick up something and learn something. So we all start as casuals, man. So cater to your fan base. Once again, figure out who really patronizes your game the most, and give them what they want, and then try to expand outward incrementally. Don't try to go for the gusto all at once, because you'll end up with disappointing numbers.
Yep. Street Fighter 5 was a shining example of that. Shining turd beacon of shit.
But yeah, like I said, we love all gamers, casual or hardcore, whatever floats your boat. You make this shit worth it, so just keep on doing what y'all doing. And gaming companies, step y'all game up, do more research and development on who's buying your games and who loves the shit that you do, and make sure that you stay with them. Because we are all walking advertisements for our favorite games. When River City Ransom came out, I was telling everybody to go get that shit.
Real talk.
You know what I mean? When certain games come out, if they accomplish what I feel like they set out to do, I'm going to tell people about them and tell people to go buy them and tell people, well, I see that you like this type of game. Well, it has this type of element, and I think that you would really like it. I think you should try it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all walking advertisements for our favorite games. So if you give the people that buy your games the most what they want, then the other people will come, because we'll make them come.
Definitely. That's what happened. That's one of the defining moments of the peak of Street Fighter 4 was that people playing Street Fighter 4. I met a lot of people who didn't even fucking like fighting games until Street Fighter 4 drops. And they watched that shit on Twitch. It's like, okay, how much do I need to get a stick? All right, I got that. How much do I need for the game? All right, I got that. They practice. They started having fun. And also they started meeting people in the fighting game community who help elevate their skill levels even higher and give them a passion to play these games. And that's how you get repeat customers.
And also, it helped people branch out to other parts of the genre. Where maybe they got to a certain point in Street Fighter 4 and they felt like they outgrew it, and they needed a new experience within the same parameters. And then you have games pop up like Blaze Blue, who gained a lot of notoriety in our side of the world and has a nice little niche. So like there's, you know, and I'm sorry for anybody who may see this, who may be seeing this now or in the future, you know, being biased towards fighting games, but that's my main mode of a game genre that has that strictly defined hardcore and casual line that I'm initiated into, that I can speak from a pedestal with some sort of experience and intelligence. But I know this spans beyond just fighting games. This is just my way of making the analogy so that I can speak intelligent.
Right.
But it goes everywhere from shooters to everything else. But I think with other type of games, I feel like you have your Call of Duties and you have your Counter-Strikes. Like there are defined lines where if you're a hardcore shooter player, then you just go to a completely different game altogether to seek those experiences.
Some deep talk right there.
Real shit. That's how it gets, though, man. Like, he's not nowhere near wrong.
Because I know a lot of people who were fucking straight oxes at fucking Call of Duty and got to the point where they were like, yo, this shit is too easy. Is there like a harder shooter game out there?
Yeah.
CSGO came out on 360. I'm like, yo, try that. Niggas who play Counter-Strike is oxes, and you're not going to pick that shit up and just be murking niggas. And damn sure that I was right. But them boys was out there losing. But then it made them want to play the game even more.
Got them hungry.
Because they were losing and they wasn't used to not being the illest nigga on their team. And they're like, all right, this is a new experience for me. This is a completely different thing. And it actually, when I shoot people, they actually die. So it's like, okay, let's go. Like, I'm bad at this game and I want to be good. I have experience in being good in something else, so I want a new challenge.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of fucking casual gamers are just hardcore gamers seeking new challenges, man.
They have that passion and that itch to get better and find more competition. And instead of them just being stagnant and just being like, oh, I'm done, I'll go find something else, so I'll just play at this level. They were like, I want to learn more. I want to do more. I want to fight bigger and stronger opponents. It only takes a little bit to get there, baby.
But yeah, man, I think we're about done with this subject. This is a great email question, one of the best that we've had.
Oh, yes.
Whoever emailed it, you're godlike.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the end of the podcast for tonight.
Man, we went to overtime today. Like
Super overtime, man. Huh.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get the socials out the way as usual. Starting with Juwan this time.
Oh!
Easier said than done. jtbchronicles.wordpress.com. All my other social medias are linked accordingly.
Hardy.
My social media is Asian Pikachu 215, AZNPIK CHU 215 at Facebook, at Twitter, at YouTube, at every social media that you hopefully can search for me. So yeah, there you go.
I think it might be time for a rebrand. Lionel.
Okay, you can find me at my website, dvmugen.theosclobby.net, where you can find clips of from our KCGO podcast in the KCGO podcast link at the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Just check daily to see what clips and whatnot we have there. You can also find me on twitter.com/observerdark. You can also find me at YouTube and Twitch as Dark Valentine 1984 and the admin of the KCGO podcast group where we keep calm and game on.
Clay.
Kid, man, Fighters Plus YouTube, Fighters Plus Twitch, KCGO everywhere else.
Cleveland.
BOAZINTRE, all one word. YouTube and Facebook, BOAZIN_TRE, Twitter, and Steam. And back to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week for episode 30. Big 3-0. 30 weeks we've been doing this. Have a nice rest of y'all Sunday night. I know some of us is about to head to bed for work in the morning.